You have been exhausted by something most people don't talk about. Not work, not relationships, not even money. Rather, the exhaustion of constantly having to explain yourself, believing that for every decision you make, someone needs a reason. For every move you take, someone needs a justification. For every goal you set, someone needs convincing. And somewhere along the way, you started performing, not for yourself, but for them, adjusting your choices to fit their understanding, shrinking your vision to fit their comfort, speaking louder just to be taken seriously. And the more you explained, the less they understood. The more you justified, the less they respected. The more you proved, the more they questioned. And this is what nobody told you. Noise does not create authority. Explanation does not create respect. And the man who needs to convince everyone of his worth has already lost something important. Have you ever stood at the edge of the ocean and looked out? The surface tells you almost nothing about what lies beneath. You see movement. You see light. You see the top layer doing what surfaces do, reacting to wind, the weather, the world around it. But underneath that surface, there's a world that moves in silence. Scientists have measured the pressure at the bottom of the deepest ocean trenches. At nearly 11 kilometers below the surface, the pressure reaches over 1,000 times what we experience standing on land. 8 tons pressing down on every single square inch. And in that crushing, silent, dark depth, life not only exists, it thrives. Because depth does not need to announce itself. Depth does not need to perform. Depth simply is what it is, and everything feels it without being told to. Now, imagine a man in a room. You probably wouldn't have noticed him at first. He wasn't the loudest voice at the table. He didn't rush to share his opinion. He didn't explain his plans. He didn't defend himself when people doubted him. He didn't argue when people misread him. He just sat there, calm, still but very present. And while everyone else was talking, he was watching. And while everyone else was performing, he was building. And my friend, you should be that man. The man who understood that the loudest river is always the shallowest one. Only rushing and crashing over rocks, making noise precisely because there is not enough depth to move quietly. But deep water, still vast and immovable, shifts everything around it without saying a single word. When you stop explaining yourself, something changes. Not in the people around you, at least not immediately, but in you. The energy you were spending on performance comes back to you. The mental space you were using to justify your decisions becomes available for making better ones. The need for their approval slowly dissolves, and what is left behind is something they can feel without you having to say anything at all. Presence and authority. The quiet kind that cannot be faked and cannot be taken away. The man who said nothing and won everything did not win because he was silent. He won because his silence was full of work done in private, full of decisions made without permission, full of a vision, so clear he no longer needed anyone else to see it yet. He stopped trying to get people to understand the journey and started focusing on arriving at the destination. And when he got there, no explanation was necessary. The results spoke in a language that no argument could challenge. The people who doubted him the most became the quietest in the room the day they saw what he had built. That is the power of a man who moves in silence. So my dear friend, stop explaining yourself to people who were never meant to understand your path. Your work is your answer. Your life is your statement. Your results will say everything that your words never could. Move in silence. Build in silence. And let what you become do all the talking. If this reached something in you today, kindly like this video and subscribe to the Manly channel. Join us as we explore the silent battles men fight and the strength required to overcome them. Because becoming a better man is not an accident. It is a decision.